There we go.
Bring
Okay,
up-
Mouse, you want to run us through what happened last session?
Sure. Not too much happened between last session and now. I think the simplest way to put it is after Lars and Garthus nearly died when exploring on their own, thanks to a certain flaming skull which casted fireball.
You do be
And-
casting fireball.
Oh, he did more than just cast fireball, but that was the main ouchies.
You do be
After
casting.
dealing with that, they hastily retreated back to the rest of the party to be healed. And after being, I guess reprimanded would be the correct term, they then reformed the party to finish exploring the last of the dungeon, of which we are now here to extract our revenge on the skull and put it to rest.
Clearly, he'll just cast fireball once and down our whole party.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, it
Why do you
tried, but counterspell.
Why do you think
Yeah.
Lars is hiding so far back now? That sums it up.
Okay. Well, all right. I do believe that is the flameskull's turn. With burning eyes, it turns its gaze toward Benadryl, or what used to be Benadryl, and fires a magic missile that shoots past Benadryl and does nothing. Anyway, Albertine is no, he doesn't like that at all. He stalls for a moment as he remembers what he can do. And is gonna make an attack roll. As he makes 2 attack rolls.
Who?
His Morning Star. Ooh, +8. Yeah. Okay, so that's a not hit. First attack. And a not hit on the second attack. He whiffs twice as the flame skull bobs up and down, dodging both blows. Garthus is up.
You can't do it like that. You gotta do it like this.
Really funny if you miss.
It would be. That's what I'm hoping for, actually.
Keep in mind, there's a spiritual weapon right here.
15 plus 6, so
That
21.
hits. Roll damage.
All right, that's 6 plus 3. So 5, and then I've got our second attack. That'll be a 19. No, that'll be a 20 total.
20
I assume-
damage.
No, 20 for the second attack roll.
That also hits.
Okay, and that will be another 4 damage.
Okay, so 8 total.
Yep.
And what variety of damage was this?
Piercing.
Okay, it seems less effective than you were hoping.
Oh
Wait,
man.
do your weapons count as magical?
Yes, because they are bound to me, I think. Let me double check.
The harpoons are, the other weapons are not, as far as I remember.
Okay. Never mind, actually. Yeah, nothing changes. It still doesn't seem particularly effective. Anything
Okay.
else you would like to do?
Nope, that is it for me.
Lars, let's see what you got.
Lars. Lars is going to, now that he is
He's
fortified
Lars
himself
and
with
in
his
Chars. Sorry.
No, he was in Chars.
I
That was
I-
last session.
You're right. He's Lars,
You
and
got me
hopefully
there.
no longer in Chars.
Well, we are going to do what I probably should have done the first time. or I guess last time we encountered him, Lars is going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Get back over there. And we are going to. Would you say there's any loose debris or charcoal just laying around here?
Sure. Rocks and stuff. Pieces
Alright.
of zombies.
Works for me.
There's enough random crap kinda hanging
well-
out.
Then Lars is going to cast Catapult 2nd level and fling a bunch of loose either debris, charcoal, or whatever's laying around here right at that flaming skull.
Okay, what's your save?
12.
That's Dex?
My save DC? Or spell DC or Dex DC?
Direction. Dexter. Okay. 12 you. Let's find out. It
It's gonna be close.
succeeds. Dodges it.
Dang. All right. Well, that's all Lars can do.
This thing's wily. Toa, you're up.
Okay. Let's see here. Oh. Hold on. What draws the line on the ground?
Tab.
Tab.
Press and hold tab.
There we go.
And it's in increments of 10, so whatever number you get, it's that multiplied by 10. So 2.6 is 20.
Yeah. Actually, I don't imagine this is going to last too many more rounds, so I think standing here is fine. Actually, does the spiritual weapon have to be within X distance of me? Let me check that before I decide how I want to move.
A range of 60 feet. Does not say.
I think the range only applies for its creation. Once it's in play, it's just in play for a minute.
Do you just ethereally command it with
Yes.
your mind?
I can spend a bonus action to make it do things. So yeah, I am going to cast Guiding Bolt, which is range 120 feet of anything of a creature within range. It is a ranged spell attack, 446 radiant on hit.
Okay.
Also on hit, the next attack roll made against target before the end of my next turn, which will be irrelevant because he's the only target, will have advantage. The first attack. Alright, so if I remember correctly, my spell attack bonus, it is +7. So let's throw 15 plus 7, 22.
Okay. That hits. Roll damage.
Okay, so this will be 46 radiant. 5, 9, 15, 19.
All right. How do you want to do this?
Okay, so I imagine, just as the bolts streak around the corner, fly over the forbidden box of mystery and make-believe, catching the skull completely by surprise, as his flame glows quite bright for a moment, and then falls completely silent as it falls into a bunch of pieces.
Yes. Dust, bone dust, type of dust you would imagine you'd get from grinding a sun-bleached skull into powder. And from this dust leap small flickers of flame.
Right. So we climb over all this stuff. Spiritual weapon will dissolve momentarily. Go over there.
Oh yeah, everybody gains, let's see. 200, wait, hold on. 220 XP.
Okay. And as we had discussed before, I will use one of my 2 level 3 spell slots to dispel curse.
All right.
Right, that's what we said we needed to do.
I believe so.
Or is it dispel curse, remove curse? I think it's called remove curse, but either
Remove
way.
curse or dispel magic.
I think I have.
You could also use holy water from.
Oh yeah, I have that as well. You know what? Let's do that instead to save the spell slot.
Yeah.
It's like I have all of those things.
Right, so you take some holy water and you just kind of sprinkle it over these.
Yep.
All right. As you gently douse this pile of bone fragments in holy water, the green flames flicker, dim, and then.
Cool. Looks like we got it for good this time, gentlemen.
Yeah, to make sure it's extra for good, I should eat it.
The chest beats you to it. It's like scrambling over there, and there's this giant mimic tongue, like.
My lunch.
Don't worry, Gothus. I'm pretty sure consuming that dust would grant you great ailments.
Anyway, should we try to figure out how to get this forge working again now that we've removed the skull?
My assumption is that we gotta get the water wheel moving, which means we gotta get water flowing.
Quick
I
question.
eyeball this because we found out before that the water flows that from there. Like that should be openable to some degree because the water at one point did come from there.
Of what benefit would turning the forge on do for us?
Oh, we could ask the dwarven guys. They clearly have an idea of what's here.
I guess that's true.
Go and bring him in.
Very well. Lars says as he turns back to go inform Gundren and Nundro that the area is safe now.
They come through, and Gundren is like, "Is it safe? Is the fighting over?"
Indeed.
Ah, you're looking at the forge. Fine piece of dwarven smelting. That's what it's used for. Smelting. Smelting metals into fine ores and alloys.
Gundren, I don't know if you know this, but you can already smelting. You have a nose. It helps you smelting.
He looks at you. As he does so, a blood vessel bursts in his eye, and he yelps in pain, and his hand leaps to his face. Oh, I don't know what you did, but don't do it again. Oh, I didn't like that.
Okay. Somebody else can be the victim next time.
Oh, like rubbing his eye. No,
You okay, Gundren?
I'll be all right. I've been through worse.
Right. Well, I guess we can see what we can do about the forge here. Hopefully without any more victims happenstancing, Lars says as he glares at Garthus.
Gundren looks down at the empty channel cut into the stone. I don't think that the furnace is going to be working anytime soon. Seems like we're at low tide.
It's more of a high tide thing. Gotcha.
We might need to recarve the channels. Better to clear the dungeon first and get a real team of dwarfs in there. Restore this mine to its former glory.
fair enough.
I believe that would be the best course of action. I don't believe any of us here have an engineering background either.
You're a fine group of adventurers, but you don't know stone like a dwarf.
Well said.
So I was like, well, yeah, that's true. If it was woodworking, it might be slightly different.
Speaking of stone, Gundren, Lars says as he points over to the wall. What's this? What stone is this?
Ah, that's shale. As a matter of fact, stand back. Doesn't seem very stable.
Thanks for the warning, Lars says as he trepidatiously walks backwards.
The rest of it, mostly granite, some andesite.
Oh, andesite. I do enjoy me some good andesite.
That's right. The rest of it's regular stone. You mind that? You get cobblestone.
Only if you mine it with a pickaxe, right?
Well, what else are you gonna use? A shovel?
An axe?
An axe? Oh, axes are for fighting. Pickaxes are for rocks. And also sometimes stone trolls.
Is it also potentially a chisel?
Stone
Chisels for
trolls?
detail work. Not for loosening stone from walls.
I guess it depends on the size of chisel, but that is generally the normal use case for it.
Hey, you've got me there.
I guess we should continue clearing this place out, so when the dwarves come to reclaim the lost mine here, they have a much easier time
Aye.
going about their business.
She's crawling with undead and all manner of unsavoury beasties.
Let's hope those unsavory beasties don't find us a savory snack.
I couldn't agree more.
Well,
How does
Shall-
this channel interact with the wall?
The what?
This
Oh,
channel,
goes-
how does
it-
it interact with this wall?
Goes underneath.
Okay, so there's like, there is a slot down here. In theory, we could crawl under.
As far as I am aware, there is one, yeah.
I probably wouldn't. We don't know how close to high tide it is. And wouldn't want anybody trapped in there.
I have water walking.
I don't think that would be advisable, Toa.
So the channel's only 5 feet, meaning that any character bigger than that is going to have to crouch down, but any character shorter should have an easy time going in and out.
I'm quickly checking what I set Toa's height to. I don't.
Sure
I
is.
honestly do not remember.
Well,
Yes.
what you got this? What direction do you think we should head? We've got two paths, one this way, one that way, and well, we could always follow the channel downward and see where that leads to.
I'm thinking the this way one.
Yes,
East.
I do agree. I believe that would be our best course of action, and we wouldn't have to crawl down a channel in order to get that.
It
direction.
does seem that the flameskull was trying to guard the eastern passageways, and perhaps the southern ones too.
Yes, it was a precariously placed guardian.
Perhaps, but I do want to at least look underneath it because I have 60 feet dark vision. I want to have at least a glimpse underneath this channel to make sure nothing's going to try and slither its way out.
Probably good idea. I will accompany. And Albertine drops down in the channel as well.
All right, so we're just gonna poke, basically just look underneath it and down the slot, so about 60 feet down range.
All right, so you go over here. You see the channel kind of continue further to the east, and eventually lets out at kind of reservoir that that opens out into a body of water. The sound of pounding surf that gives Wave Echo Cave its name can be traced to a water-filled cavern. A narrow ledge overlooks a large cavern that houses a surging, seething body of water. Rhythmic booming heard throughout the mines is louder here. At regular intervals, a fresh surge of water funnels into the chamber and slams against the wall just below the ledge. The echo suggests that this cave might be one arm of a much larger cavern. East.
Okay, we can go and poke back out.
Right, okay, the body of water apparently also under.
Well, we're in a cave. I'd like to hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it could lead to the surface somewhere else.
So, it's a subterranean body of water. So I may have forgotten to mention that there was rhythmic pounding every 10 or so seconds, but yeah, just like retroactively color all of your memories with that detail.
Okay.
Okay. So, this apparently leads to said reservoir, as we might expect. But good news, the channel is currently empty.
Do not seem to find any creepy crawlies.
Well, that's good.
Probably due to the fact that high tide probably would wash them away, as Gundren had suggested.
Water does wash the spiders out, after all.
It does.
All right, so we decided to head east. Yes.
This time, Albertine stops and just kind of like, as if winded, clutches his midsection, slowly lowers to the floor, breathing heavily. Oh,
Albertine, no.
Albertine, are you alright?
I will be okay. Just need a minute. He was not ready. It's like he has a loaded gun that he shoots with his mouth. Sorry, did I say gun? I meant crossbow.
It's okay.
Matchlocks
Don't
could
know what a
exist.
gun is. Not feeling very good at the moment. After a few minutes, he like gets back up.
I'm sitting like next to him, like holding a potion of healing, like he would a bottle, but like he's holding it by like the neck of it, like debating whether he wants to break it over him.
Do you know, this is actually my secret evil bard arc.
You didn't know? I multi-classed. I've been using vicious mockery this whole time.
I should invest in like a vicious mockery bard, but all the vicious mockery is told through puns.
That would be amazing.
You let loose a pun, and the enemy is dispirited. You pointed at them. You're like, cover your ears. Are you guys going into this eastern cavern? And if so, who is taking the lead?
So, is it dark? First off, let's figure out, is it dark?
Yes. It's pitch black in this cave, unless you have a light source.
Okay.
I know Garth still has his torch.
Yeah, I basically live with the torch attached to my hip at this point.
So, I would advise dark vision forward and dark vision at the rear of the column with our light source in the middle, so that a potential non-dark vision enemy, which is unlikely given the fact that it's dark, will misjudge the size of our column.
Okay.
Lars sighs and says, I guess I'll be the one up front this time. I do have armor on.
Okay. And I will ensure the Forbidden Box of Mystery and Make-Believe can keep up with the column.
I hate it when people misjudge the size of my column.
Lars looks over at Garthus and raises an eyebrow. What's so funny about that? But
Nothing, Lars. Nothing. I'm a little jokester. I make little jokes inside of my head. I never say. There's some that I don't say out loud. It's okay.
All he said is misjudging column size. I don't get it.
Don't worry about it, Lars. It's 5.
Lars, still very confused, turns back around and shakes his head.
It's okay, Lars. There is lots of things that humans say, which I do not understand. Humans are mysterious creatures, not like us.
I guess so, but I'm beginning to think it might be better not to understand some things, with how this adventure's been going.
It is very wise. Let us press on.
I believe we should do that. All right. Is this our marching order?
Yeah,
I
basically.
suppose I need
Lars,
to
the very
sit
front.
here towards the middle. since I am the one carrying the torch.
Yeah, and Toa is going to be mostly facing towards the rear arc.
Yeah, Lars. I don't mind having Lars go first because he's got mage armor on, so he can take a hit if he needs it.
Oh, I can't select the other rock seeker, so someone else will have to move him.
Well, I'll yoink.
Right. Looks like we come across some chasm way.
Right.
Right.
So here you are. You enter a cavern with a room set inside of it. Chiseled walls. Actually.
And let me try to get my fog of war clear so I can see.
Structural. Glittering minerals in the ceiling of this large cavern catch the light of the torch and send it back to create impressions of the starry night sky. Dozens of skeletons, many crushed under fallen debris, are scattered across the floor. The cave is large enough that it contains 2 freestanding structures. Each of these stone buildings is proportioned for human use, as opposed to the dwarf-sized doorways and furnishings you've seen elsewhere in. Both structures have battered and blackened masonry. Their double doors cracked, scorched. The cavern is divided by an escarpment, into which a flight of stairs has been cut. Passages lead out the area to the north, the north, south, and west. West is the one that you can see.
I also point out to Lars that the north is the direction of where the canal ran to where the reservoir is.
Interesting.
How far it is from the canal, because the canal turned immediately towards it and this did not, I don't know.
So there's three passageways into and out of this room. One is here, that's the northern entrance. One is here, that's the southern entrance. And there's 2 buildings. Let's see, one here, that's the northern building, and one here, which is the southern building. But this passage seems to be more or less unoccupied.
So I imagine that our unwelcome friends might be more responsible for these structures, considering they've been trying to loot the mine for probably some time now.
Well, yes, this is clearly built as part of the pact, considering that they're built much taller than a lot of the other passageways and causeways we've been through. It's also possible that it could be a vault of some kind, or just mineral storage, judging by absolute spectacle. Lars says as he just gazes up at the glittering gems, or minerals, I guess would be more accurate.
Nundro and Gundren come forth, and Gundren is like, "No need to guess, my friends. I know what these buildings are. This right here is a workshop, and the one further, just kind of strokes his beard, furrows his brows, pauses. One further south, I'm actually not sure. But this one here is a workshop. But, he says, like rubbing his hands greedily, I bet there's all kinds of magical items inside. I can practically smell it.
That's assuming
if it hasn't been looted first.
Yeah, I was going to say, assuming our drow friend... Well, that being said, he would have probably had them had he looted them, since we've already murdered him.
Oh, they didn't find those gauntlets either.
That's true. It's hard to tell how long they've been here.
I was about to say, they may not have been here that long.
This mine's been lost for several hundred years for a reason. It's hard to find. It's been a well-kept secret.
It's also possible that they found these rooms and just were not able to make entry.
Very good point.
How does the current structure of the walls look? Because based on the crushed things around here, how likely is it that we're going to have rocks fall on us?
I don't think that's very likely, says Gundren. This place looks like it's suffered a few shocks. Had to guess, I'd say wizards and their magic flinging spells, you know how it is. Probably loosened some debris, but so long as there's no thunderous seismic shifts, I think we'll be alright.
Very good. Let's see. I see two. Was there a second door, like, here?
Correct.
Yeah.
Like,
Is there anything immediately obviously different about the two doors?
Let's see.
Because I imagine they both run into the same building.
Yeah. They are a part of the same. It's kind of like a sub unit of this larger structure that's attached to the main one. The door here is a single door, whereas the door here is a double door. So this one appears to be the main entrance, while the other one appears to be a secondary entrance, like a back door.
How thick is the stone wall? Do we estimate?
Hard to tell. From the outside, it seems about as solid as the rest of the cave. Built into it.
I asked Gundren, traditionally, how thick of stone are these walls?
He knocks on it a couple of times. Say about 10 feet.
The reason I asked is because I was thinking about potentially trying to detect magic from the outside, but if it's thicker than a foot of stone, we'll have to open the door.
Wait, no. No, I got it wrong. About 4 feet, I'd say.
Yeah, either way, it's still thicker than a single foot, so we're gonna have to open the doors if we want detect magic to detect anything inside here.
Perhaps.
Which actually might be a good thing, because if they try to detect magic from the outside, assuming the wall was thinner, they wouldn't have seen anything.
I trust your judgment.
Before we do anything hasty, I'm curious. You said you understand this is a workshop here, but what is the other one that's further this way? Lars says as he approaches the edge. Perhaps we should identify what the one we don't know is. From the explorer's journal I found of the region, it makes reference to a forge of spells, which perhaps this could just be another outbuilding as part of the workshop complex, just like with the forge out front. But I am curious. These clearly seem to have been built for humans, and the human spellcasters were the ones that came in here to help with that part of the forge's construction. So clearly this must have something to do with the spellcasters.
Does this wall go all the way up to the cave roof?
It does not, no. The wall only extends about 10 feet up before it joins into kind of a thing structure.
So I'm assuming this is a 10-foot drop then?
Probably it's around 5, not that tall.
Okay, so we can't quite see over the roof from standing here.
No, not quite. It does just kind of lead into a cave wall as far as you can tell. The rest of this cave is sealed off. The only way in or out is here, here, or here.
Yeah. And based on our best guess, here will take us to the reservoir.
Yes.
And down here, we have no idea. We haven't been yet.
Yeah, who knows what's down there.
So I look over to Lars. It's like, well, we could try to detect magical objects or something on the outside to make sure the door won't try to kill us.
Perhaps. Using it on the door itself wouldn't hurt, I would imagine.
I imagine the workshop door isn't exactly booby-trapped, but there also might be a reason why our drow friend never opened it.
Perhaps there's a defender?
Well, also,
Children.
considering the flaming skull keeps respawning, they probably just decided that it wasn't worth it.
Was the flaming skull part of their doing or not? That's the real question.
I highly doubt that.
I don't think so. I think I heard stories of creatures being summoned to guard the mine. I wouldn't be surprised if some of them are still around. Summoned by ancient magics.
Well, that would actually answer the question I was going to ask you of what kind of defenders would this workshop have, as I've heard tale of dwarven workshops that have magic automatons of some sort, like golems, that can help defend the place.
I don't know, but and he looks up at the doors. This is no dwarven encampment. Not sized for a dwarf. Look at the doors.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking. Which means that perhaps those spellcasters definitely did leave some more surprises for us.
It's not
Toa,
impossible.
would you join me for a second? Lars says as he puts one hand on the door.
Hold on, I'm looking for my my stylus for my tablet. There we go. I found it. Okay, go ahead.
Would you be so kind as to help with, I don't know, maybe using your magic to detect to see if there's any essence on this door guarding it? If we're not dealing with automatons, then perhaps such creatures, magical creatures, would be summoned by us interacting with the door if we were to open it.
Yeah, we can. How thick does the door appear to be?
It's standard thickness. I'd say 1 or 2 feet. Or sorry, not 1 or 2. That's crazy.
That's-
Like 6 inches or so.
Okay, so yeah, Lars, if you're right, detect magic should penetrate the door, so we can at least get not only if the door itself has magic, but if it doesn't block our detect magic, I could potentially see an arc directly behind the door.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So, detect magic. This will be concentration up to 10 minutes, and if I get within 30 feet of the magic, I will be alerted by its aura. So it'd be its location and its school of magic, if any.
Okay.
So go ahead and cast that. That will be up to 10 minutes, so long as my concentration lasts.
Okay, so you see magic here, here, here in the room.
Nothing on the door itself.
Nope.
All right, so
Enchantment magic.
okay, so the quick answer to our initial query is the door itself does not seem to be magical. There are 3 sources of magic behind the door that all seem to be within the enchantment school of magic.
Likely items forged
So,
here in the workshop.
well, I can't guarantee the door isn't trapped. It's not magically. It does no magic on the door itself.
Okay. While you have your magic active, should we investigate the other door to see if the other building down there to see if there's anything behind that you may
Actually,
be
real
picking
quick,
up
I'm
on?
gonna run to this door just to see if my arc penetrates differently.
Yeah, you don't see anything area magic-wise.
Okay, and nothing within 30 feet of this staircase.
Nope.
Okay, so we're clean there. Yeah, let's poke down. And again, I will be alerted if I enter within 30 feet of the area. Granted, it is blocked. The aura is blocked by a foot of stone, or what is the equivalent? Like an inch of metal, or 3 feet of dirt or wood equivalent. So, let us
about
approach
this door?
this door and see if something happens.
Anything, Toa?
Let's see.
Necromancy. Strong aura of necromancy emanating from.
What about the door itself?
Nothing from the door.
Okay. I would advise us not open that door unless we're ready to potentially throw fisticuffs.
What do you sense?
A strong aura of necromancy lies behind this door somewhere inside the building.
Then we best avoid that for now.
Nothing else inside the cave itself, like near the walkways, anything like that.
Let's see. Nope, nothing.
So, and nothing else in the cavern itself.
Nope.
Cool.
Oh,
Well,
So-
of course, a general aura of magic everywhere. Like
Right.
the whole
yeah.
cave, the ores and everything. It's as if they've been like sprinkled with magic. The stone is like slightly magical almost everywhere you go. It's like kind of a background hum of magic.
So, as I return to the party, I basically say, so the gems themselves have been bathed in some magic, so that makes detecting the more fainter auras almost impossible. But inside that southern room, there is a strong aura of necromancy, so whether that's a thing alive or an object. So I would be ready for combat when we open that door. However,
always
the
ready
work-
for committing. All right, wrong accent. I'm always ready for making exorcisms.
Right. So, with that in mind, I would advise let's see what the workshop has to offer first, as it's less likely to murder us.
Seems about right.
Alright.
right, well, Garthus, would you mind helping with the big stone door? You're a strong guy.
Let me see.
I would like to use to see if I can open the door with thaumaturgy, which would imply the door is unlocked.
Okay. Flies open.
Well,
Check your pants. Sounds like your fly's open.
my pants don't have a fly, sir.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Nundro is unconscious. Drungeon is like leaning down to him. He's like, Are you alright? Speak to me. And he like leans down, listens for his breath. A couple of tense moments where his worried eyes gaze off, looking at nothing in particular, just waiting. And then you see his features relax. He's alright. He's just unconscious.
What brought that on?
I don't know. Although I could guess. And he like throws a suspicious glance at Garthus.
I need to know that it took all of my strength to not immediately respond. Unconscious, I thought he was Nundro.
I appreciate that. So,
Actually, before I get too deep inside, I'm going to poke open to that door and do the same thing. See if it'll swing open.
Maybe you don't move on immediately, because this large workshop was badly damaged by the ancient spell battle that laid waste to the mine. Work tables taking up 2 corners of the room are scorched, and the plaster has been burned off the masonry walls. In the middle of the room, a stone pedestal holds a small brazier in which an eerie green flame dances and crackles. The brazier and its pedestal appear to have been untouched by the forces that destroyed this area. Behind the brazier of green flame floats a spherical creature measuring roughly 4 feet in diameter. 4 eye stalks protrude from its central mass, 2 on each side. In the center of the body is a large eye that stares at you. Hello, says a thick, burbling voice inside your head.
Huh. So my detect magic failed to see this thing.
Oh, it saw it
Yeah.
as enchantment magic. And actually, now that you approach, you feel a static crackling in the air, familiar to strong magical presence that appears to be coming from the fire that this creature is floating behind.
Interesting.
It does not appear to be hostile. Perhaps we should try communicating with it.
Hey, Gundren, is it normal for one of these things to be here?
Gundren pokes his head in. Oh, I don't know. And he like retreats.
That's a great sign.
I will think as hard as I can. Can you hear this?
Yes.
Okay, what's the most obnoxious song that Garthus would know?
Toss a coin to your witcher.
Yeah, he's just gonna have that on loop in his head the entire time we're in this room.
Yeah, that definitely won't irritate him.
All right.
Darthus, I think you're tormenting the poor thing.
Nah.
I don't know what it clearly seems to be communicating with telekinesis, and whatever you're thinking in your mind is causing it some sort of anguish.
Toa is going to step back and try to contemplate what this thing is.
I can start doing it out loud instead.
No, that's fine.
Garthus starts singing immediately.
So going to your witcher, a valley of plenty, a valley of plenty.
Is this helping?
No.
Okay,
I
fine,
do-
I'll stop.
Yes, you save it for when we get back to the tavern, yes?
Sure.
Lars eyes him suspiciously as he turns back to the creature. And goes to speak. Hello. What are you doing here?
Hello. I am guarding this room.
Guarding?
Guarding. I
from
was
what?
set to guard this room against thieves.
Thieves, you say? Those,
Thieves.
I see. I'm assuming this is, judging by the place, of a quite valuable workshop here at the mine. How long have you been stationed here, if I may ask?
I was summoned to guard the area from thieves.
I don't think I'm getting anywhere with this, Lars says to Garthus.
I
Yeah.
Well,
have
I mean,
been here since I was summoned.
would you like to not be summoned anymore? It seems like you've been here a while, buddy.
I have been here since I was summoned, but I
I bet.
must guard the room from thieves.
All right.
Don't. Thieves aren't
I'm
real
gonna-
anymore.
I'm going to break line of sight with him, and then try. Can I roll like Arcana or something to try and figure out what summoned creature he is?
Okay. Oh,
What,
yeah.
what would that roll be? Arcana or
I'll do nature.
nature?
Okay,
Okay.
DC nature check.
Let's see, 10. It's gonna be close. So what is my nature? 13. So not good enough.
13. You're not sure. This looks like a. This definitely looks like an aberration of some kind, not from this plane of existence.
Yeah.
So, in response to your question, Garthus, the creature telepathically says, "Are you wizards or miners?"
No, I'm an adult. But I think we have at least one or two wizards with us.
You work for the mine?
Yeah. Tries to show Gundren again. It's like, yes, see, work for dwarves.
All right, make a deception check.
Well, technically, we are working for the dwarves.
It's like, okay, it's like, this I can do. Oh dear.
What is
9
that?
total.
9 total. Hmm.
Yeah, he doesn't quite
No.
buy that.
No elf work in the mine. Never seen an elf work in the mine. He turns to Garthus. You work in the mine?
Well, right now I am on the job, so I suppose I do work in the mine right now.
All right, deception check.
Okay. I'm not trying to be deceptive. I'm telling the truth, I swear.
Deceive him!
That's a 13 plus probably 1 if I had to guess. It's a 13 plus nothing.
Ooh. Ooh, ooh! No, you don't work in the mine. Albertine steps forward and is just like, "Whoever, what do you think of me?" Says, like, just kind of holding out his hands. And this creature looks back, and telepathically it communicates to Albertine. You work for the wizards or in the mine? And Albertine says, yes. Well, he says, yes. Oof. Yes. You are a mercenary. And then Albertine is just like, yes, I was sent here to relieve you of your duties. You have been here for far too long. I need to go home now. And the creature is like, I've been here for quite some time. Yes. I think it is time for me to. And then, with a flash, creatures on.
Is the flame still green in the middle?
Yep. Make an Arcana check. Anybody who wants to investigate that.
Yeah, I'll go and throw as well.
You go ahead. You were investigating it first.
7 total. That isn't gonna work.
Definitely something magical is going on here, but it's nothing you've seen before. You don't recognize.
I'm thinking it's like, according to my detect magic, it's not a curse, is it?
Nope.
Okay.
Doesn't seem like it.
So it's not identical to the flameskull in that respect, as that would show up as a curse, yes?
I believe.
Okay, so it's not the...
I'm sorry, Go ahead.
You cast Identify on this?
I think Lars has it? I don't know if I do.
I do.
Okay.
Would you like me to take a closer look, Toa?
Yeah, because right now, the only potential options I have to proceed might have very permanent consequences.
All right. Allow me to take a look at this. Lars pulls out. Let's see. Identify ritual. Oh yes, I need that pearl. Where's the mimic? He's holding on to my pearl.
As if on cue, a chest trundles in and pops open its lid.
Ah, there you are, Benadryl.
I imagine it plays a little tune as as it gives it to him.
What's the one for the ray gun in like Call of Duty Zombies?
Oh, that's like a little guitar riff. Yeah, it gives a little guitar riff. A little wobble on the synthesizer.
I gotta get that on my soundboard. That'd be perfect.
Pretty good.
All right.
Or are you talking about the xylophone sound as it's selecting an item?
I was talking about the xylophone.
Yeah. Anyway.
Alrighty.
So if I remember correctly, the ritual cast does not take a spell slot from you. That's the advantage to ritual cast.
If you do it via ritual. But if I do it via ritual, I believe it takes me an hour. But if I do it this way, I can spend a first level spell slot and have it done in a minute.
Okay.
Which is the
Well, he does that. I want to at least see the two other magical objects, but I don't want to touch them yet because I don't know if the flame will react.
Gotcha.
I was going to say it might just be a good idea for me to identify this before we go to the rest of the
I'll
room.
be right back.
Yeah, but it's like there were two other objects. I'm assuming, based on where you told me, one is near here and the other is over here. Anywho.
DM had to stand up for a second.
Oh, okay.
I'm watching on the stream. The chair is empty. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna take this moment to quickly double check my spell here. Make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah, pearl worth that, and owl feather, which I have the component pouch, so I would have that. Yep. Range touch.
All right, so what do you guys do?
Toa said he wanted to
Yeah.
look
so-
at the stuff before I identified the thingy.
Yeah, I wanted to just see where the other two objects were without touching anything because I don't want to upset the potential, green flame as Lars identifies.
You see a breastplate with a gold dragon motif worked into its design.
So that's what's here.
And
And then the other magical source is down here.
Yes, you see a mace. The head of the mace is shaped like a sunburst and made of solid brass. You also see the name Lightbringer worked into its hilt. And it is...
We've heard that name before.
Interesting.
One of the dudes was looking for it, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, Lars has a book about that, but he's a little busy right now.
Was it the guy we waterlogged?
No.
So Albertine is right on your tail with Lightbringer, and he holds it up and inspects it.
I wouldn't touch anything yet until we know what this green flame does. But yeah, it only takes Lars a minute.
He's already
for
picked
that.
it up, so.
He is investigating it. Nothing bad seems to be happening.
All right, Lars, how goes the investigation here?
Lars, holding the pearl in one hand and his staff up in the other, throws the owl feather into the fire, holding the staff over it, casting the words "Idio" over the flame to identify it.
All right, the feather flies into 1,000,000 particles of light that curve into a spiral and ascend through the ceiling. And the weave, communicating through esoteric means, bestows upon you knowledge that this flame is a source of magic, perhaps the source of magic for this entire cavern.
Huh. Interesting. This flame seems to be more of a crucible than anything, spreading its magic essence through the cavern itself. Fascinating.
Additionally, you surmise that this magic would likely still be used to enchant things. Although, given your experience with these subjects, your familiarity with sources of magic, you know that this flame is not nearly strong enough now to have given this entire cavern a source of magic. So any improvements or enchantments would be, of course, be temporary.
Okay. Huh, that is quite useful, to say the least. Yes.
So, before anyone gets any bright ideas, what would happen if this brazier became misplaced? Do we know that?
I would consider that ill-advised, Toa.
Well, yeah.
What happened, but we can
The
find
brazier
out.
is worked into the floor.
Okay, never mind. We can't find out.
Yeah, is a part of a larger metal structure that you see buried beneath.
It's like built into the stonework of the
It's
floor
like a
base,
Bunsen
buried
burner.
into it.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Well, we could use this to amplify our weapons through or armor through enchantment, though such benefits would only be temporary, as its flame no longer burns as bright as it once seemed to.
I'm
I
ready.
want to see if
Albertine
Thaumaturgy opens
says.
this door.
You all ready,
Emperor?
Albertine?
Ready. And Albertine like throws his weapon in the flame, lets it simmer there for a minute, and he rolls a d12 to determine how many hours it. I have not bad.
All right. So I'm assuming this is some form of storeroom for raw resources.
It seems more like a workshop.
No, I'm saying this closet in particular.
No longer 6 a.m. It's that room. A separate workspace. It is almost completely destroyed. Also, this room as well seems to have been ransacked. Most things have been broken. There are pieces of glass and metal and wood, fragments, splinters, bits of debris strewn everywhere in both this room and
Lovely. Well, it seems like our friend wasn't necessarily guarding this particular room. Either that, or our looter friend stole from it anyway. So, Albertine was looking at the new shiny mace, and then we've got this breastplate thingy.
Oh, well, I can't tell you much about the breastplate, but Lars says as he dusts off his old explorer's journal, this is one of the maces that was told of legend, that was forged here in particular, as part of the Phandelver's pact between the gnomes, dwarves, and humans as well. So, that is an artifact indeed. Could I, Albertine, could I see that for a moment?
Albertine hands you Lightbringer.
Lars picks it up, expecting it to be heavier than it actually is. But still heavy enough it kind of jerks his arms down. Fine, it's got some heft to it.
This is the weapon of a true warrior.
Yes, I can see that. The craftsmanship is exquisite. Would I be able to cast Identify on this as well to see what it is capable of doing?
Be my guest.
Very well. Lars proceeds to do the same exact thing as he did with the fire, using a spell slot to expedite the process. Only taking him a minute, so.
So, as he does that, what's the deal with this breastplate that I can tell anyway?
Let's see. Breastplate. An additional +1 armor equipment that gives a base AC 14 plus dexterity.
Okay.
Also
So-
appears to grant its wearer advantage on saving throw breath weapons of the dragon type.
This armor is an upgrade for me compared to my chain shirt, but we did detect enchantment on it, so I would like Lars to identify before I consider equipping it or giving it to someone else.
That's fair.
All right. Let's see.
So I guess I will wait for Lars to finish. I guess I could do an Arcana check to see if I believe the enchantment enchantment to not be a negative thing to me. Or do you think I wouldn't be able to understand it either way?
Yeah, it's impossible to know for sure if it was cursed.
Well, I guess a curse could appear as an enchantment, because the detect magic didn't detect curse, but... I'm not sure how that works. Like, if it's enchanted and cursed, would it show up as both?
I would imagine that it would just show up as an enchantment. I don't think the curse would show through in that form.
Anyway, you said this had gold trim on it or something like that?
Yes. Gold dragon motif worked in.
Huh. Alright, what do I know about the significance of that? If any.
Well, it would suggest that this piece of equipment was used for fighting dragons.
Very good.
Or defending against them.
Alright. Lars, how goes the identification of Lightbringer?
I believe I am almost done. Lars says as he gives it one last swath over with his staff, with a glowing gemstone atop.
Alright, so Lars, first off, you find out this is a +1 mace, basically meaning that it's a rather effective weapon and will grant you an advantage in combat. You find out it was made for a cleric of Lathander, the god of dawn. You also find out that this weapon has innate ability to cast the light cantrip at will. And
Interesting.
while glowing, it deals an extra 1d6 radiant undead creature.
Well, I imagine this will be more useful to Albertine or even potentially Garthus due to the light cantrip, but because seeing as I have the spider staff already. I feel my melee department is pretty decent compared to most of the rest of the party.
Yes, you're quite well kitted. As you said, Albertine, a weapon of a true warrior, and I can think of no other true warrior who smites the undead much as you do. So I hand this back to you, my good
He
sir.
kneels like a knight in a ceremony to receive it. I am honored that you think. I will do my best.
I'm sure you will, Albertine, my good friend.
Alright. And now, Lars, I'd like you to identify this breastplate for me.
That too, huh? All right. I guess I shall do so. Lars says as he taps it lightly with the end of his staff. I think I've got one more charge in me for this. Here we go. Lars proceeds to repeat the steps yet again to identify the magic item.
All right. So, find out this is a piece of armor. Name is Dragon Guard. It is rare. It gives a +1 bonus to AC while wearing this armor. It also grants advantage on saving throws against the breath weapons of creatures that have the dragon type. The base AC wearing this weapon is 14 plus dexterity, max of 2. So between 14 and 16, unless you have a negative dexterity. Well, between 14 and 17. 15 and 17. Base AC. Wearing this.
So that is an upgrade compared to what I have.
Yes, this appears to be a finely crafted piece of armor. Dragon Guard. Yes, yes. It would explain the dragon motif on it. It would, honestly, I think that'd be an upgrade for quite a few of us here.
You can
Maybe-
have it, says Albertine. I do not
Very
need light armor.
Yes, light armor, that is fair. You, do tend to specialize in a lot more of the heavier armor, and for good reason. It has been keeping you alive quite well.
Thick plating is how I have survived this far in my life, he says, and he bangs on his chest plate several times with a sounding gong.
Yes, well, the thick plating doesn't seem to do much when, Garthus has something witty to say.
What are you going to do? He said. He shrugs.
Okay. So run those stats by me again.
For the armor?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's basically like a +1 breastplate.
So that makes it medium armor,
Yeah, medium armor.
and then base AC of 14.
Base AC of 14 plus your dexterity max, and on top of that, an additional +1.
Okay.
I think it's also. Let me-
And it doesn't have a required strength.
Nope.
Cool.
That would basically put me up to, Actually, I think that'd be, if I wore it, that'd be better than my mage armor, ironically.
I think it would. Well, it depends on what your dex bonus is.
My dex bonus?
Yeah.
+2.
No. Yeah.
That'd be 17. Just with the
Yeah,
armor.
no, that would actually be really, really good for me.
Well, you might as well then.
All right. I'll see how it fits. Lars says as he kind of holds it up against himself. Not bad. Could do with a bit of adjustment, but I'm sure I could fix that.
It fits almost perfectly, except for the straps. The straps appear to have a good amount of slack in them, but you can tighten them. They've just kind of got pieces of leather hanging where they are assumedly made for someone stockier. It actually fits you rather well.
Nice.
All
That
right.
is
You'll-
perfect.
You'll probably have to make it as a custom armor in the app.
I probably will. I as he was talking, I spam wrote all the details down I could here on the D&D notes thing.
I
That
can
I've
also
got, but
just
I will.
send you.
Oh, if you could send it to me, that'd be even better, and then I can transcribe it.
Yeah, that's what he did with the spider staff for me. So. Jeez.
Grab that for.
Yeah, and that was all the magical things that I detected. I'm assuming there's not much else in here.
There isn't. Matter of fact, there's nothing else except for
Except
rusted tools and ruined, half-made swords.
Alright. Actually, I get a amusing idea as I hold the forbidden box of mystery and make-believe to enchant the entire box over the fire.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I need to roll a d12.
Yeah, D12.
Alright, my d12 is this. 7 hours. The forbidden box of mystery and make-believe gets to get whatever thing I get out of this.
Yeah, write that down. Write that down.
We enchanted him for 7 hours.
All right.
All right. So if we're done inside the workshop, I guess we can handle that necromancy signature we detected down here. We probably don't want that sneaking up behind us.
Yeah,
Sure,
no.
Assuming Gundren would probably like that removed for
For safety, yes.
Right,
Yeah.
Nundro comes to as soon as you guys are finished in there, and he's just like, "Oh, my head! What did I miss?"
Don't worry about it too much. One of the guardians went home, and we got some shiny new gear.
Yeah, Albertine brandishes his new mace, and like, "Isn't it a work of?" And Nundro nods, like, "Work of the dwarves. Thing of beauty it is." Anyway, yeah. Where y'all going now?
To the southern building to potentially have our encounter with the necromancy signature.
Oak. Okie oak.
So, I can open this door from a distance, assuming it's not locked with thaumaturgy. So, I'm going to.
The iron hinges, excuse me, of this door are partially melted. So you cast thaumaturgy and they kind of rattle back and forth.
Oh, we're gonna have to open this the old-fashioned way.
Do you need me to cast knock?
Let's make sure we're in position first, or we can try to knock on one of the walls instead if we feel like it's weaker. But I imagine the hinges are going to be our easiest form of entry.
That sounds like a yes to me.
Alright, is everyone in position for fisticuffs first? I warn the dwarves to maintain distance as combat is likely imminent.
You know what? Just in case. I think I have False Life. Yeah, it's an extra 1d4 plus 1 temporary hit point, so I'll use that.
Before we go in there, Lars approaches Garthus. Would you like me to enchant your weapons with magic weapon before we enter?
Mine's
Albertine, like, his eyes light up and he's just like, "Oh, I just remembered there is a flame back there. You not need the magic weapon. You have flame if you
Oh,
want
right.
to use. I don't know how
Right,
it
we did
works,
use
but this one seems is shimmery." And he like holds up the mace that he was using before he got the Dawnbringer, and he like waves it around. It looks magic to me. I don't know.
I position the Forbidden Box of Mystery and Make-Believe to assist with combat as I then take cover.
It thumps like an oaken thump as it sets down on its legs.
Alright. We doing this?
Actually, I also just thought about it. Maybe I should be the one trying to open the door because I have the highest strength modifier of anyone here.
I think Garthus has it handled.
Okay.
No, you don't.
Yeah, the door's like melted. The handles aren't going to work.
Ah, right.
All right.
Make your own handle then.
Albertine is like, Garthus, you want help open door?
I don't know. I've always wanted to try this. Garthus backs up a little bit
Albertine moves out.
and then goes sprinting at the door and tries to drop kick it down.
Upkick it. Make a strength roll.
Okay. That's 8 total.
8 total. Okay. You land right on an iron crossbeam that goes between the doors, and kick out your legs, and you push yourself back off of the door. You bounce.
Oh. Well, yes, I suppose I would like help, Albertine.
All right. I grab and we pry. On
Okay.
3. 1, 2. Roll a strength check.
Okay.
Tell it also holds out the crowbar and goes, oh yeah, I probably
my
should have
God.
done something with this.
That's a 19 total.
19. Okay. your combined effort, there's a creaking, a groaning, and this door splinters as it cracks, opens inward.
We did it. We beat up that old door.
Stand by for fisticuffs.
Albertine nods proudly.
All right. Shall we?
All right.
Gonna cautiously step forward.
Okay, so you all cross the threshold, and from the floor, is
Ah, you must be the creature.
yes. From the floor, dust, ash, walls blackened by fire, and heaps of debris beneath the sagging ceiling show that this room was damaged by a destructive blast. The furnishings, tables, chairs, bookshelves, beds, are charred or splintered, but otherwise well preserved. A scorched iron chest stands near the foot of one of the beds. So, this creature comes rising up through the floor. He is partially transparent, and his features are a grave pantomime of life. Bears scars to some of his face. One of his eyes is moving badly blackened spot, and in a grave whisper he says, "Your presence is offensive to me. Your life forfeit. My treasures are mine alone, not yours to plunder."
Okay, bye.
Alright. So you just
I
like walk
turn
away.
around and start to leave. Yeah.
Alright. Albertine turns back and here.
I'm watching over them with Sacred Flame ready in the event our friend attacks them.
Okay, good to know. To answer your earlier question about whether the harpoons are treated as magical, they are not. The connection to them is magical, but the weapons themselves are not.
Okay. So Albertine turns back, looks at the creature, and it's just like, "I will be one moment. Sorry for bothering you." And he like steps out. Wraith just kind of like floats with a mixture of disorientation on its face. There are flashes of aggression that come over it. Snarls out of nowhere, and then its features, just as quickly as they tightened and grew aggressive, they relax and grow placid. And Albertine kind of shimmies over to Lars and the rest of the group, and he's like, "I don't think that Wraith is all there, but I say I'm a paladin. I make a habit of ridding the world of undead. I consider them abominations, but we're not supposed to use that word anymore.
I see.
Anyway, if we want to take this guy out, I am on board."
What is my knowledge of combat strength of a Wraith, and what our potential odds are here?
Well, they're not easy foes. They are a type of undead that has gathered considerable arcane power in its life, and therefore is rather formidable. Per se, slightly less formidable than a flameskull.
Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, don't we have like a channel divine divinity thingy for this?
look at me.
I'm looking.
Channel divine divinity. Instead of mundane divinity.
Information. Yes.
This music is perfect for dealing with a wraith.
Oh,
It is.
Well, I
For
mean-
thinking about dealing with a wraith.
Yeah. We haven't made him an enemy yet. Yet.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I haven't really used a lot of my channel divinity shenanigans.
There's some crazy stuff in there.
Well, if you ask me, Albertine, I think it might be prudent if we do exercise this being from here, as we did say we would help the dwarves clear it out some, so that when they come to reclaim the mine, it would be much easier.
Who are you talking to? Who did you say?
Oh, I was talking to Albertine, just responding to his thing of, I have no problem taking this out. I was
Yeah,
just
he's
agreeing,
lost
yeah.
in thought, examining the Lightbringer, and like occasionally tossing glances up to where the wraith is floating. He nods indistinctly, like, yes, yes. Let's see what they've
Yes,
I
yes,
think-
I agree. I agree.
I think we're good to go on this.
All right, who wants to take lead? You know what? I do it. And Albertine,
Oh, okay.
Albertine charges in. Everybody roll initiative. And
Okay.
we'll probably resume next session since it's 4:54. But
That's fair.
Yeah,
I am
we can at least
excellent.
throw the initiative dice.
Yes.
I got a 4 total.
Four
so
total.
14.
did Albertine. 4 Albertine, 4 for Garthus, 16 for Lars,
4 for Toa.
and 4 for Toa. That is so many 4s.
Yeah,
Wow, why did everybody drop the ball?
I wasn't ready.
Yes, we're going to murder this thing. We're going to re-murder it. And everybody's just okay.
I guess, yeah.
Lackadaisically.
Yeah, you actually get to go first. Lars.
I get to murder.
Yep, so
Moida.
another thing for for next week, I will not be available next Saturday as my opening day happens for football. It happens to be on a Saturday.
Such a shame.
One of the only times we have games on a Saturday. So yeah.
When is the?
The tournament? That is September 6th, is what you had listed it before. If that still works. Otherwise, I can change the date. I have not made the announcement yet, but I do plan to do so once we're done here. Alrighty. I'll get that locked in.
So yeah, I won't be available on the 23rd. I should be fine for the 30th.
All right, you want to make an attack? We got 4 minutes. You might finish it off before then. Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Lars is already standing here. I guess I should ask, did he have time to equip that armor or no?
Yeah.
Okay. It's also wait. It's a medium armor. Wouldn't that interfere with spellcasting?
Only heavy armor.
It would interfere with like mage armor. I know that much.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the AC that this gives you is bigger than mage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it absolutely is. It puts me up to 17. It's so worth it if I can equip it. I'm just worried I might not be able to cast spells with it, but as long as it works,
Should
it
be
works.
fine.
It's only heavy armor. Heavy armor, you
Alright,
have
well-
to have battle met.
Battle
Oh yeah, what did the
mastery?
mimic roll?
Battle
Oh.
mastery for like a feat or
It's warcasting.
oh, I have Warcaster.
Yeah, I think in that case
That mostly just allows me to get advantage on Constitution saving throws to maintain concentration. You can perform somatic components with a weapon and a shield in both hands. Nothing about armor though. So, I guess that's something for me to look into here.
Anyways,
But it won't change my opening turn. Since I guess I have initiative, I'll take that first swing. Magic missile, 3rd level.
third level. All right, roll it.
Alrighty, I get a roll. What? It's 5 of these things. So 5d4 plus 1, so 2. 6. 8. 10. And then 15.
15
That's 4.
force
That's
damage.
that's 5 rolls, right? Yeah, that's 5 rolls.
Yeah. 15 force damage total.
Yes.
All right. The wraith is bombarded with these snowball-sized motes of light.
And that's all I can do.
Yep. Each mote seems to rip away part of the shadow that makes him up, and the wraith flows through Albertine, who just kind of shivers
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
directly. Is that a cat?
Who has
is
the
Yes.
creature?
That is Max.
My God. That definitely hits.
Yeah.
Twelve. 15 necrotic damage. Make a con save.
Constitution saving throw. 6.
Con save. Okay. Yeah, your hit point maximum is reduced by 50.
Oh! Does that include the damage I take too? Ow.
No. So right now, whatever health you're at, that's your max health.
Yeah, 32 is what I've got, and then minus 15.
He's 17.
Yes.
Okay, Toa, you're up.
Oh, just a second. Okay. So it is my turn. What can we do against a wraith? Is traditionally undead like super resistant to necrotic damage itself?
Usually, yeah.
Okay. Alright. Gotta be careful of my spell slots. I don't have infinite.
So wise.
So, if I cast a concentration spell, would I still be able to cast Spiritual Weapon after, or would that ruin concentration?
Concentration, so spiritual weapon is not. Spiritual weapon concentration. A spiritual weapon is not
No.
concentration, so yeah. The only thing concentration does is prevent you from casting other.
Ah, okay.
Yep. And if you get slapped too hard, you can sometimes get knocked out of concentration.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so we're going to cast Spirit Guardians, which puts a 15-foot circle around me. That will last up to 10 minutes as long as concentration holds. I can designate any creatures to be unaffected by it. So I'm going to designate my allies to be unaffected by it.
Okay, what spell is this?
Spirit Guardians. An affected creature's speed is halved in the area. And when the creature enters the area for the first time or starts its turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw. On failed save, they take 3d8 radiant, because I am neutral. On successful save, they take half damage. So we'll cast Spirit Guardian. And then for my bonus action, I will use Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
To attack, I will spawn it here. And I will immediately attack the Wraith with it.
Alright. Make an attack roll.
Okay. And that gets my spell attack modifier.
Oh, okay.
So 15 plus 7 is 22.
That hits. Roll
Okay.
damage.
Let me double check. It's force, yes?
Correct.
Yep. 1d8 force plus spellcasting modifier, which I believe is 4?
Sounds about right.
Yes. Yep, plus 4. So 1d8 plus 4. Wait, that's the wrong dice. I need that one. 8, so 12 damage. 12
Nice.
force damage.
The crowbar slices through the wraith as if the wraith were floating jello. Blobs of incorporeal ectoplasm form and float in slow motion. And is that all you are doing on your turn?
I'm going to... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will walk next to Lars to place the Wraith inside the Spirit Guardian's circle.
Okay.
So on his turn start, provided he doesn't have a way to move before his turn begins, he must make a Wisdom saving throw to take half damage on a 3d8 Radiant.
Okay.
Okay, that's my turn.
Garthus, you're up.
And I have designated all my allies to be unaffected, so they do not have to worry about the circle.
I will position myself behind the ring and
Attack
stab
with
him.
advantage. You're flanking.
First one, well, that's a 4, so that's not great. That's an 8, so that's not great either. 8 plus 6 is going to be 14.
That hits. Roll damage.
Ooh, okay.
It's hard for me just to think about that a Wraith actually takes piercing damage.
6 plus 3, so 7 damage.
Seems less effective than you'd
Well,
think. Instead of
that's-
cutting through him like you were Jello, this piercing attack cuts through him as if you were mist.
Well, it's not like I can do much else. So I'm going to do it again. Well, good
Wait,
thing we
hold
have
on.
advantage.
Do you have a magical weapon?
No, the bond is magical, but the weapon is not.
I
and
was
that's-
just wasn't sure if you got it enchanted.
No, I didn't.
Alright.
I didn't trust it. I'm assuming an 18 will hit if the previous one did.
That is correct.
And that's a 6 plus 3, so 9.
All right. Once again, slice through him as if you were mist, and it is Albertine's turn. Unless you have anything else you want to do.
Nope, that's it for me.
2, 4, 5, and Albertine. Let me just check something. As it. Okay, so Albertine going to yell something in Tonic, and the Lightbringer is going to shine. Attack with it twice. Both hit. $46 plus 12. Okay, so Albertine raises the Morning Star, Mace, the Lightbringer, into the air, yells something guttural and harsh sounding in Draconic. Mace shines brightly, like the sun coming up from over the mountain. He brings it down. There is something like an implosion and then an explosion as all of the mist of this thing wraps itself up into a small point in space and then collapses in a shockwave.
Neato.
Right. Everybody gets 175 XP.
Nice.
All right, and I think that's a good place to call it.
I do too.
Yep.
All right, just gonna session up the